All right. Hello, everybody. How are you? We are on live just like we are every Thursday night that we have a guest. And we have a guest tonight. Celebrate good times. Come on. We're about to celebrate tonight, you all. So pull up a chair, invite someone. Please share this out with someone. Let someone know we are on. We have had enough days that are not positive and we are not celebrating, where it's time for us to just take a moment out, these 30 minutes, to talk about celebration. And I think we could all use it. My name is Trinace Richardson, and I am the founder of Real Women Rock, because we do. We exist to create safe spaces to just really do personal development work on ourselves as women. And we do that through sister circles. We typically host in-person sister circles starting in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, but we have broadened our branches out and we take Real Women on the road. We have been across the country and abroad. And our goal is to ensure that every woman has a safe space and a circle of sisters, no matter where she lives in the world. And so as the world is starting to open up, we look forward to taking Real Women on the road. If you'd like any information about how we can get to your area and have you experience an in-person sister circle, please let us know. You can reach us at realwomenrock.org. Our website again is realwomenrock.org. And we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Women Rock. We're also on YouTube right now. Hello. And in addition to that, we host virtual sister circles just during all of this COVID time. We've been hosting virtual sister circles, and all of that information about the dates will be posted on the website. And we are here every Thursday that we have a guest, because we want to give you a sneak peek into a real conversation with real women, just to let you know that we are here to support you. We talk about topics that real women deal with. And we have these conversations with women who are amazing, doing amazing things, living their own lives, supporting others as they do it. And we want to engage you in conversation. So in the chat, we will welcome your comments. We're going to ask you a couple of questions, and we'd love for you to answer them in the chat, in the comments. And we ask that you would share this out with someone so that they can be a part of this conversation, and that you would not leave us hanging, whether you are in the replay or on the live. Talk to us, give us some feedback, and let us know what you're thinking about what you're seeing. All right, so say hello to me. Let me know that you are here. I'm checking out the comments as I bring up our guest. I'm so excited about this topic, and I'm going to go ahead and bring her up. She is literally on the job right now. She just finished working. So hello, Jamie. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm wonderful.
I'm well, thank you. It is a pleasure to have you here. You all, this is an expert balloon artist. She is a family woman. She has an amazing story to share about just her family and how she is really a caretaker and has been through challenges, as we all have with her family. But despite all of that, she has found not only time to celebrate in her life, but to support other people in celebrating the monumental moments of their lives because of her artistry. And so we're going to talk about it being time to celebrate. But you got some fans out there already, girl. Yes. Whoop, whoop, Jamie. She is an amazing business owner. So would you mind, Jamie, saying hello to everybody and just letting us know more about you and the work that you do?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. I am Jamie Chapman. Some know me as Jamie Lewis Chapman. Chapman is my married name. I am married. I have been for 7 years. I'm in a blended family. So I have 3 biological children and 3 bonus children. We had one that just graduated, one is about to graduate. So we are almost 4 down, 2 to go. Woo woo. Although those 2 to go, we have a wow because we have a 4 and a 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that is me. I am a mom and a wife and a friend. And I do own a balloon business. So,
So let me tell you, we, in our preparation to talk today, we realized that it's a whole lot going on in your story and in your life that we could talk about. And so I can let you know in advance, we're just going to have to invite you back because
okay.
in our 30 minutes, we won't get to cover everything, but there's so much even in what you said in your introduction, because blended families, I am also the product of a blended family, and we are a blended family in my household. And so I know that there's a whole lot of discussion we can have about that. And you've mentioned some just challenges your family is dealing with and how you are taking care of folks in your family who are dealing with addiction. And so we can talk about that at another time. But I really want to focus in for just one moment about how you are dealing with all of that. You have made your way into this joyous, celebratory business where you create joy. You help manifest joy for people. What made you get into this work? How did you even get into it?
Well, I actually have been doing it for a while. Many years ago, I was the person to volunteer to throw a party, give a baby shower, because I always enjoyed it. What I did most, however, was with my grandmother. My grandmother was the church cook. And whenever there was an anniversary or something being celebrated at the church, she also wanted it to look nice. So I kind of inherited the decorator for the church. So for every anniversary and event, I would be at the church decorating in some form or fashion. And so that is how I initially got started, was really decorating in the church. And so I've always enjoyed it.
Let me tell you what's funny about that. Almost everybody who does anything in service of other people, you ask them how it started for them, and almost any of them will tell you it started in church. You sing wonderfully, girl. Where did you get your start? I started singing in church. You speak amazing. Where did you, girl? I started doing those Easter poems in church. So I love that part about your story. Thank you for sharing that, because folks need to know, the things that we've done in service of other people, even when we didn't consider it big or much, that it can turn into something major. And we were just talking, not only are you just getting off of a job helping decorate for a prom, but you mentioned that, business is booming right now in this season. And so I'm sure you're doing really, really well. Listen, you all, as I'm asking Jamie questions, we want to know, how often do you celebrate you? So put that in the chat. We've already gotten some answers to that. Rosalind said, not enough. I need to celebrate myself more. Yes, absolutely. So put in the chat how often, whether you're watching in the live or the replay, how often do you celebrate you? And while they're doing that, I can imagine, because you all have to go to her page, her Facebook page, and you can let us know if there's a website or any other information you want us to know. But just perusing your Facebook page, I was like, wow. And so many of us know how to use the helium tank to blow up a balloon and put a string at the end of it and let it fly up and hang it wherever we need. But the artistry that you're creating and then putting things out on the lawn, there has to be a real good science to it. So when you're doing that, before we get into celebrating ourselves, how long has it taken for you to learn it? And how long does it take for you to actually do it? What's the science behind it?
So I've been doing it consistently for about 3 years now. Well, it'll be 3 years in July.
Okay.
And I've gone to classes and conferences. So it is a ongoing learning process. Like when I started, it was not pretty at all. I look back at my pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what was that? But I mean, it's a like anything, it's a learning process as I go along, and I learn new tricks, and I try different things and see what works and see what my eye likes, and I just kind of go from there.
That's really cool. Really cool. So we decided I really just wanted you to talk a whole lot about celebration, because not only are we coming out of a very rough, and some people are still in the midst of it, a very rough year. The aftermath of it for some people is still rough, all of that. We are really coming out of a rough time and looking for, I believe, ways to celebrate. I think you mentioned, as the world is opening up a little bit, people are gravitating toward celebratory moments, and your business is doing really well. I guess I'm wondering for you, when people call you, because I'm asking you all in the chat, in addition to your level of celebration of yourself, do you all celebrate others more than you celebrate yourself? I'm wondering if you celebrate yourself or others more. Who do you tend to celebrate more? And when you get jobs, Jamie, are there typically people coming to you and saying, I want to celebrate somebody else. I want to celebrate my son, my daughter, my husband, my wife, all of that, my sister, my mom. Do you get more people doing that? And I ask that because, not that there's anything wrong with celebrating other people. We should. We absolutely should. But I think it could also speak to our comfort level of saying, yay, me. Like, I don't ever wait for anybody to host a birthday party for me. I am so ready. I'm like, so I'm going to have a party at such and such a place at such and such a time. Y'all come and let's celebrate, because I just really believe it has to start with you loving you enough to celebrate you. And then that overflow can allow you to celebrate others. So do you notice in your business that people celebrate other people more than themselves?
They absolutely do. I would say probably 99% of the people are calling for someone else.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So out of 10 people, you might get one that is saying, I'm having a party for me, or I'm doing something awesome for me, and I want you to come and just hook it up. Wow.
Very few times that actually happens. Very few.
Yeah. Why do you think it's important for us to celebrate ourselves right along with celebrating others? Why do you think that's needed?
I think in celebrating yourself and your victories or things, I think it's very important. It makes you feel good, and that helps you celebrate celebrate others more and in a different fashion. So for me, anybody that knows me knows, like, my Christmas is about my kids, Valentine's Day, my husband, everything else. But when it comes to my birthday, listen, I'm celebrating the entire month of May.
Jamie, you are my people. You are my people. I sure hope my husband listens to this. Because I celebrate the entire month of June. Let me tell you, I don't even know if we're going to have a sister circle this month, because I'm too busy celebrating. I'm trying to find every little piece of travel, every little piece of celebration I can get out of this month. So I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're sisters. We're here.
Yes. I celebrate nothing else. My birthday every year, I'm celebrating in some form or fashion all month.
Yeah, I love that. I'm serious about my birthday too. And I say it just that way. 11 months, even during the month of my birthday, I don't stop taking care of my family. I don't stop doing, work and things for other people. But that month is special to me. It's the opportunity for me to be a little selfish,
Yes.
And I don't believe that celebrating me or being, or extending myself some care and love and appreciation, I honestly don't believe it's selfish. I think it's self-preservation, as Audre Lorde would say. It's an opportunity for me to get poured into so that I can pour out to other people. I think that's awesome. Yes. Monica said, I think when we celebrate others more to take the attention off of ourselves, especially, oh, that's good, Monica. So some people are not comfortable celebrating themselves, so that they would rather celebrate other people because they don't want the attention drawn to themselves. And I would say to that, what I tend to do, or try to do anyway, Monica, is I tend to try to make celebrations, even if I'm doing it for myself, about us. Like, I'm appreciating everybody coming together. Like, I'm not necessarily looking for gifts. I just want us to get together because I think we'll all enjoy it. So I think that's one way, us who are not comfortable with getting a whole lot of people out could do that. Okay, so this time flies by. So I want, and you're on just literally transitioning from a job, so I want to honor your time as well. But when it comes to celebrating ourselves, when it comes to celebrating in general, all of the parties that you've done, all of the decorating that you've done in preparation of celebration, is there any piece of advice that you could give us as it relates to whether it's celebrating in general or celebrating ourselves?
I would say to plan early or in advance. I mean, as much as possible. My sister jokes with me on a regular basis because I attract last minute parties. Can I pull off a last minute party? Absolutely. And that may be why I attract it. But she always says you should have just named your business the last minute parties, because people call me. And I do want to please everyone. And often I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I can get it done. And I mean, some are very, very time sensitive. Like, call me on a Thursday for a party on Saturday. And then I'm running around like a crazy person. But I love the rush. Like, I'm like, okay, it's like a challenge. I'm like, yeah, I think I can do it. But it is better to plan in advance, especially where we are now. There literally is like a balloon shortage.
When you said that, I was like, I had never thought of that, but that makes sense. Everybody's trying to do their own personal party, right?
Yes. And there's some supplies that, well, the most of the warehouses had to shut down during COVID, and they were limited staff. So making them, the production has slowed down, and now here we are, is a shortage. So definitely plan in advance would be my advice.
That makes so much sense. I love that piece of advice. And let me see. Yes, I did put it on the screen because those of us who are Johnny come latelys, Joan come latelys, and procrastinators, what tends to happen is we don't put ourselves first. And so what we tend to end up doing is waiting to the last minute. And as a result of waiting to the last minute, we don't even get to celebrate ourselves or someone else the way that we really want to, because, we don't have enough time to plan it. And I love that if we do it in advance, if we do the planning in advance, we can make it even better. Yes. So I would ask you to share just not as if you need the business right now, because I'm sure you're swamped, but I would love for you to share information about how folks can get in contact with you. You may even want to talk about your level of availability in this season, so people will know how much in advance they need to plan.
So I would say at least 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Realistically. And that's at a minimum right now. So people are now, season has been very different because people are celebrating even on weekdays now.
Wow.
So my weekends honestly are almost maxed out. Now, the only thing that I do still take on, because I also, in addition to balloons, I do yard cards. So those aren't as difficult to pull off at the last minute. Because usually we put those out the night before the event. So that's pretty easy. And people listen, don't message me on Facebook Or
Right. I just put your website in there, girl.
yeah, because I may miss it. I'm just
Yeah.
if you message me on Facebook, I will probably miss it. They get an automated message. I am more responsive on Instagram, but it may not be right away. So the best thing to do is go to my website. So for whatever service you want, if it's for balloons or for a full event or just for yard cards, there is a form on my website for all of those. You can just fill it out, and I usually get a notification immediately. And I do try to respond within 24 to 72 business hours. And right now I'm a little behind. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. Graduation season has been crazy because I'm doing, personal parties for people for graduation, people celebrating their kids, in addition to doing events at schools. And so I'm kind of getting, double work right now because we're in this graduation season.
Well, listen, we are celebrating with you, businesswoman. We are like, yes, go for it. Get all of the jobs that you can get. And those of us who have seen in the yards, the yard cards where people are saying happy birthday or congratulations, graduate, all of that. So listen, she does all of that. So reach out to Jamie. I'm looking at her website. Everything is absolutely amazing. So everything from balloon decor and really elaborate balloon decorations, the event styling and digital designs. Just go to the website. I'm only going to give you the website. All of the other social media platforms are there on the website. So go there. And if you're interested in getting some work done, please do it there. I'm smiling so much. This was what was supposed to happen on a live about celebrating. So thank you so much for being here with us. Any final words that you have for us that you'd like to share?
No, well, and I'm not going to say no. Yes, I want us all to celebrate. Like, I think we all just came out of a very rough season, and we have lots of reasons to celebrate. Some of us did lose people, but we're still here. So we, at a minimum, need to celebrate that. And we should be, very thankful that we can still celebrate, because some people are not, can't or don't have the opportunity to do that. So yeah, definitely let's celebrate. I'm excited about celebration season. So yeah.
Yeah. Jamie, this has been amazing. You all, this is Jamie Lewis Chapman, and I'm just going to call you the celebration queen, because if you have a party planned, then this is the person you can go to for your balloon artistry, for your event styling, for the yard cards. Please utilize the website that's up here. We are so appreciative that you took time out in between commuting from a job just now for prom to join us. Really just gracious of you to stop and pause and talk with us. So we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I don't think there's any other way to end it but say what Marlene said. She is the bomb.com. I love it.
Thank you, Marlene.
So you all, this has been another Thursday night where we have an amazing guest. Congratulations, Jamie. Kendra said, I just explained that we're high school buddies, Kendra, to her. And so listen, I have not stopped. Delia says that you rock. I am so appreciative of you guys showing her some love. And those of you who have not utilized her services yet, let's go to that website and let's reach out and find out her availability and give her some space and some time to reach back out to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So Thursday nights, we are here at 8 p.m. Every night that we have a guest, we will be here to give you a sneak peek into a real conversation with real women. We invite invite you to go to our website, realwomenrock.org, to find out more about us. We are a 501c3 nonprofit in good standing. We accept donations and tax-deductible donations so that you have an opportunity to see us in this platform, to enjoy our sister circles, whether they are virtual or in person. We also, after COVID has settled down, we host annual intensives, and we do all of that work because of the wonderful donations of you and our All Access members. So please consider going and donating to us. And in the meantime, we will see you back here next Thursday with another incredible guest. Y'all take care. Have a good night. Thank you, Jamie.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.